Alright guys, Bludger Boy here to play some more Ratchet. And when he gets out of the ship, Clank. We're now in Metropolis. There are 3 missions I think we have to do in this world. So hopefully it'll span one video per level will do now. I do apologize for the massive gap in between the videos. I think the last one of these I did was not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before that, so it was like more than a week ago. But I've had that much stuff to do. Like, I've worked for the last 5 days 9 to 5. I think that's a fair excuse, you know.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
Anyone getting angry at me for having a job needs to shut the fuck up. And realize that high school is fucking paradise compared to working.
Welcome to the Captain Quark fitness course. If you're strong enough, fast enough, and clever enough to beat my fitness challenge, you will receive a reward from my head trainer. Simply make your way to the 3rd island to complete the course. Good luck. Quark Enterprises is not responsible for sprains, broken bones, snapped tendons, bruised egos, or accidental death incurred while taking the challenge.
You'd think he'd stop springing eventually.
Excuse me, Captain, but we have more pressing issues. We urgently need your assistance.
Clank,
Yes?
do you notice anything unusual about Captain Quark?
Well, I find the fact that he has a spring where his leg should be to be quite puzzling.
And why do you think that is?
Possibly an injury incurred while battling evil?
This isn't the real Captain Quark, you numbskull. It's a robot.
Oh.
Whoa boy. I don't know what happened there. PS2 just started making funky noises. You're probably going to see like a freeze there for a second. Oh well. I think actually what we'll do is we'll go this way first, because that way is the fitness course where you get the swing shot. And I need to get something else before I get the swing shot to save some time, which I've effectively just wasted by going the wrong way. So,
Just tap the L1 button.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Come back here. No, you don't. Yeah. It's weird how, like, those enemies are, like, massive, and yet you hit them 3 times with a little pissy wrench and they die. Like, they're huge, and they're made of metal and everything, and, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, that box took 1 hit to destroy. That means that those enemies are only 3 times as powerful as a wooden box. It's pretty bad when you think about it. Oh boy. Shit. Oh, I just got hit. Oh, this guy is completely useless. Look. Oh, I was wrong. He just goes away now. Yes, got him before he even went down the escalators. Usually he'll go down the escalators and try to fight you down there. You'd think he'd just chase me, but apparently he doesn't want me to go back, so... maybe he's giving me a clue. Fuck, oh man. I'm not doing very well. Oh man, I'm doing awful. What is this? I'm already down to like 3 hits and this is what, the 3rd level? Oh man, I suck. I'm doing pretty badly. Granted, I haven't played this in quite a while. Played some GTA this afternoon. No, not this afternoon. It's this afternoon right now. In the morning. 6 AM I think it was. Quite fun. I'm with this forum called like Office Riot Forums, and they host GTA events.
That's the man we saw on the
Among other things.
Remember? He knows
On the
Captain
PS3, like
Quark.
multiplayer events, like they get everything organized, they make a time, they make a sign-up list.
Actually, I build robots.
You play the
I
games.
myself am not a robot
It's just
guy, per
ridiculous
se.
though sometimes. Like with any message board, anyone who's been to a message board or a forum, anyone who's part of one, knows all the shit that goes
we saw
on.
your Infobot announcement.
And
you were with Captain Quark.
This one
We had
especially
tried to
is
find Captain Quark.
filled
We thought you could help us.
Your
with
logic is
pre-pubescent
commendable.
little
However,
pricks
I
who
haven't
just
seen
do
Captain
not
Quark
know
since
when
we
to
shot
shut
that
up.
commercial.
And do not know what common
You
sense
run on
is, they don't know what
standard
logic is, they don't
XP18
have
sister
any
boards.
fucking clue.
Version 7.66.
Back
It's
at
just
ya.
incredible. Like, I mean,
I may
there
be able
was
to
this
help you
event I
out
played in, I
after
think it
all.
was
How
either...
does a helipack
must have been a
upgrade
week
sound?
ago.
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a
And
766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time.
Basically,
Of course,
the
I'll
host
just
of the
need my
event
fee for
made the
service.
sign-up thing, everything was cool until the event itself, where he invited someone that Zomg Shock Horror wasn't on the sign-up list in the first place, wasn't even a member of the forum, and everyone, not everyone went apeshit. 2 people went nuts over this. Like 2 people basically, because on the PS3 you have that text chat thing you can have where people can send quick messages and everyone in the chat gets them. They make a chat for each event. And these people were basically on that chat the entire time going, the event is ruined, we have a non-member, the event is ruined, we have a non-member, rah rah rah. This went for fucking hours. They were bitching and whining about this until eventually they just stopped, because the event stopped. They were the ones who ruined the event by complaining. The guy, the new guy who was there, he did nothing more than show up.
While you're running,
And they went ape shit over it. Like all he did was show up. That's it.
try using the glide feature of your
Nothing else happened.
Jump, and then press and hold the X button in the middle to glide.
This is no point in arguing about that. Like, the guy did nothing more than show up. He wasn't being a dick. He wasn't causing a fuss. He wasn't breaking rules. Like, there are a few basic rules. Like, because another thing we do is we play, like, custom events. Like, we play... You've probably seen a few of them in the GTA videos I've uploaded. Like, we play Busted, which is a custom mode where we have a police chase. We play Motown, which is a mode where we get... It's like a foot race. But one guy is in, like, a truck or a big vehicle, and he basically drives around following the people on foot, trying to run them over. And it's really, really fun. And to play those game modes, you have to know the rules, right? So it's fair enough that they're reacting at all to a non-member being there, because, you know, he might not know the rules. But here's the thing, they reacted before he actually did anything. They reacted when he got there, before he actually did anything, and we weren't playing custom game modes, we were playing races. We were just doing fucking normal races. You know, driving in circles and shit. It's really not very complicated. The guy's completely innocent. And he just got completely verbally molested by these people. And because it's kids, and they start throwing these insults around. They all think they're right. They're all assertive that they're the ones that are right. And I'm trying to play peacemaker the whole time, because I'm among one of the few mature people there. I'm one of the few people who was just like, what the fuck is the point of this? Like, if the guy had proven himself to be a dick, then fine. Kick him. I don't care. You know, if you're a dick, we're not going to let you stay. I think that's a fair rule. But just some dude showing up, a friend of the host no less. Like, it wasn't a random, it was a guy the host knew. The host was responsible for him by all means. Like, if he'd fucked up, if the guest had fucked up, then it would have been on the host, because the host invited him. But he didn't. He just showed up. And people went apeshit. And now, there's this... Like, the guy's making another event now. The same guy who hosted this event where everything went wrong. And... already, people have gone, you can't host events, you're banned because you let a non-member join, blah, blah, blah. And it's just the same immature shit over and over again. No one said he was banned, no one said any of this crap. It's just accusations flying left, right, and center for no reason. And it's sort of moments like that where I wonder why the fuck I signed up in the first place. And now I remember, oh yeah, it was to play GTA with other people. That's why, not to have fucking retarded arguments with pre-pubescent faggots who can't control themselves. I know it's in a kid's nature to do this, but it's ridiculous when you're actually giving them the reasoning behind it, when you're saying, this is fucked and here's why, and they still go nuts? It's ridiculous. There was an 11-year-old kid there. By the name of ECS, I think. That's part of the username. And of all people, he was one of the few saying, let's handle this maturely. An 11-year-old motherfucker saying, let's handle this maturely. It's ridiculous. It's totally backwards. The rest of the people must be like, what, 14, 15, 16, something like that. And this 11-year-old game, what the fuck's going on? This is completely pointless. It's just so asinine. There is just no point to the conflict whatsoever. I don't care if they ban the guy from hosting events. I don't care what they do. So long as there's events for me to join and people aren't going to have feuds over the text chat all the time. That's the point of the site, to host events and to have fun playing the game, not to have fucking retarded arguments. There's no point. And it wasn't even a written rule. Like, I went and read the rules after this. Like, I'm the kind of logical person who, even with little children, feels the need to be logical, which is in and of itself a very risky move and decision, because it's probably going to fail. Because children don't know logic, you know. But I went and read the rules and went, okay, maybe they've got a point. Maybe it is against the rules. Maybe this host is in the wrong. And it's not. I've read the entire rules back to front. It doesn't say anywhere you can't invite friends to your event. And in all honesty, is an admin going to come to the event, check up on who's there, recognize someone who's not on the list, say that guy's on the list, kick him, and ban the host from hosting? Does that not sound like an overreaction to you? Because it sounds like an overreaction to me. Admins don't give a fuck about this stuff. Mature, respectable people don't give a fuck about this kind of stuff. To the point where they want to ban and punish people. Like, I care about it simply because they're missing the point of the forum. And it's just this feud that's blown up over nothing, and I'm trying to be reasonable and they're just not getting it. Some of the people aren't getting it. Some of the people are understanding. But even the host of the event is going off his head, swearing at people. Going off his nut about this, you know. So even he's overreacting. I by no means defend what he's saying. I'm just defending common sense. You know? It's just ridiculous, man.
Don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't.
And you look. I look at the cover of GTA 4 and look at the rating that says MA15+, and I go, now I know why they put that there. I know why they put that
You should not
there.
underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous.
Hugs,
We
Australian
must find
Classification
Captain
Board. Hugs.
Lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
God,
Perhaps we
far
can
be it from
persuade
me
the
to want to give the
lieutenant to tell us where
classification
Drek
board
is.
more power, because the
Now
C
you're
doesn't
talking.
stand for classification, really. It stands for censorship. But that's why they're there, because kids can't handle these kinds of things. Gives them this attitude, and of course they're males, so, you know, the males going through puberty, you can't level with them, you can't reason with them. I've been one of them before, you can't do it. Once we get something in our head, that's what we're gonna think like, man. You just can't reason with us. You couldn't reason with us if you tried, unfortunately. Reasoning isn't part of our mindset. Not by default, you have to learn it. It's just surprising that this 11-year-old kid is going, let's be mature about this, and older people who are going, fuck you, nigga, you ass, motherfucking cunt, blah 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 blah. Stupid. And because I'm, as I said, I'm trying to play the peacemaker. The 11-year-old who I mentioned, he's the one who actually used the term peacemaker to describe what I was doing. I'm like, fair enough. I didn't really think of myself as a peacemaker, more of just the common sense guy.
These moving walls
But
also
man.
function as jump slots. Jump and jump again to kick off the walls in midair.
You feel
and then
bad
reach
because you're
the
part of it, because I'm part of the argument now. I've got myself involved. But the only reason I'm getting myself involved is because the main people who are perpetuating the argument are perpetuating bullshit. They're not talking about rules, they're talking about bullshit that they've made up, and every point they make is completely illogical. Like, one of the dudes said something like, to me after I'd made the post, like, you evidently don't give a shit about the rules. Then later posted, well, as I'm actually, when you think about it, and when I read the rules, non-members joining events isn't actually a rule. Way to go and completely fuck your own argument. Like, I don't even need to try with these people. I was never on a debating team or anything, but I mean, as a comedian, I try to think logically about shit, and this is too easy to think logically about. Because no one else is doing it. To think these people in 10 to 15 years are going to have jobs and going to be running companies and shit. And they're going to have the same problem. The same problem. Never goes away. I have more trouble with my own internal conflict than conflict with... Usually when it's conflict with other people, I can come to a reasonable conclusion about what I think is right, and usually I can stay out of it. But when it comes to conflict in my own head, I can go around in circles for days and argue with myself, and it just never ends. It's awful. It sucks. Like, I mean, I think I mentioned in the last one of these I did that I talked about having sex with particular girls at my school. Not naming them, but making it pretty clear who I was talking about. In these blog entries about my formal and after party and this vacation I had and all these other things. And how one of the people who was mentioned read it and went, this is making me feel a little uncomfortable. And I'm like, you've got a good point there. And like ever since then, it's been like nearly 2 months. Oh no, fuck it. Yeah, 2 months since all that happened, and I'm still going through in my head. I've come to terms with most of it, but there's still a few things I'm trying to come to terms with as to what I did wrong, how I did it wrong, what not to do again, you know. And when people throw accusations at me, I can't take it usually. I'm not very good at taking that kind of stuff. I'm usually the first one to go, yeah, you're right, I'm a dick. I'm a dick, I'm just a big dick. I am a huge asshole. That's all I do, I just mess things up. I should just kill myself. There's no point. When it comes to that kind of, you know, suicidal thought, that's usually when I go, I think killing yourself would make things worse rather than better. I've never been suicidal. I've joked about my own suicide, but, you know, I've never actually contemplated it. Pretty freaky to do, like, just can't imagine doing that. Yeah, it just gets to the point where I'm having this argument with myself. They are the worst arguments, because no matter what happens, I'm gonna win and I'm gonna lose. It's bullshit.
We finished the circuit, ma'am.
Oh yeah, but it is weak.
Especially those like moral issues where you like, I even think about it, like, have I learned my lesson? I don't even know.
If it were up to me,
I don't know if I've learned my lesson. No idea. Like, I don't even trust myself enough to change. Like, I can't verify or assert that I have learned my lesson. And even if I do it in writing or if I do it in my own head, I think about what other people think about what I've written.
Cool, what is it?
Because I've written like about 7 pages in what is effectively the start, probably about half, maybe a little less than half of what is going to be an explanation as to what I've been doing, which is going to be published.
From the captain. That's not
I don't. It's not like I think this is the biggest issue in the world, but I seriously think what I did needs to be explained, and I need to make up for it because I've seriously fucked up. But what happens is, I think as I mentioned in the last one, it's coming across as genuine, like coming across as the fact that I really do mean it. I fucked up. I'm saying sorry. Here's why I did what I did. I won't do it again. Here's what I learned.
Congratulations on your new Gadgetron swing shot. Use it on standard burst targets like the ones near
people going, yeah, about that. You're full of shit and stuff. So, because as a cynic, I criticize everything that's written, even things that I write. So, it's quite annoying. Have we done anything on this planet? Why, we have. Well then. My moral dilemmas shall be continued as we go over to Iridia. I think there's one more gold bolt. I'll be getting all the gold bolts along the way because I know where they all are. Skill points on the other hand, no clue. Well, most of them are. Oh man, I don't even know why I'm getting these things. Why am I getting these things? If I saw a dude spinning a gold bolt that big on his finger, I'd be pretty impressed. Like, I mean, you can spin a basketball, but that's a bolt. A basketball's a pretty, yeah, it's spherical. It's an even shape. The bolts all uneven. The balance is so much harder. I mean, it's gold. Gold's heavy. It's not like there's any... This is a normal planet, you know, there's normal gravity and everything. I've always wondered why Clank doesn't get in from the other side. He sits on the right side, but he jumps in from the left side. It's like, Well, off to Iridia we fly. Hopefully I can end this one without being a gibberish speaking derp. And I shall.